side body a lot. If you have the blanket, any blanket work for you, you may have the blanket on your couch, and then we will fold the blanket to make it like kind of a long pillow, or at yoga studio we have the poster. I teach this class at Forma for a few years, and always just have blanket 2 block or even 1 block, right? We always have some way that we modify. So with the blanket, we will roll the blanket. We roll the blanket. I will start in few moments. So if you have something in hand, you can just be ready and have it by the side. And yes, we will knit the block today to have our sacrum on the block. But if you have the lower back a little bother you today, maybe you do a lot of yard work, you may use a blanket instead, right? Sometimes some friends say, why when I lay on the blanket, on the block, it's bother my back? Just because when we arch the back like this, if it's the block too high, it may cause the back strain, right? If you have the weak back or lower back pain. And we have 2 more minutes. How everyone doing? So this yin class today will be our last class on Friday. My husband go back to work, the schedule change, and the live is a little hard because sometimes you're on the phone. And yes, we still have the flow class on Saturday at 8, and I add in the Pilates practice for Monday at 8 on YouTube channel with Lauren Doss. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't check it out, we have few video I already posted there. And Monday Pilates and Thursday yoga. We practice Hatha yoga. It's a little easier version than Saturday. If you see Saturday the full class, it's too hard for you. Yeah. All right. So we will start right in, and I know some friend may come a little later. We will be here for a while. So we will start with lay on our back. And if you have something around you, you may push it away that you make room for yourself. Right? So just you and your mat for now, you lay all the way down. Lay all the way down, the arm by the side. And allow your feet gently out, generously open wide. So just take a moment, allow your shoulder down, and take a moment, check with your back. Right? Do we feel any tightness or discomfort at all? And if you feel your back is bother you, you can bend your knee and you will knock your knee into the midline. That helps a little support for your back. And just bring awareness to your body. See how we feel right now on left and right, from head to toes. Bring awareness to your breath. Take deep, long inhale. And long, slow exhale allows your body heavy down. And just feel the rise and the fall of your breath. You may gently turn your head side to side. See any tightness on your neck, your shoulder. And you totally can allow your eyes closed whole day, whole time today. For our practice, you don't have to see anything much. Right? We straight our leg if it's bent. Now, we take a moment. The leg is wide open, even wider than your mat. And then your right foot walk to your left side. Walk your right foot all the way to the left. Right? And then you may bring your right ankle over your left ankle. Right heel over the left ankle. maybe slightly feel on your right side of the hip. Or you reach your right arm overhead and you even scoop the body to the left side, And you may grab your right wrist with your left arm. And turn the chest to the right. So it's not the back bend, never no twisting. So really the right side of the body. So you turn the right rib back. Allow the right rib heavy and heavy. And you may allow your feet relax, or some of us love to have the feet flat. So whatever works for you. And let it be here. You may have your left side of the face to the left and let it be. And yes, we close the eyes. Just let it be. And breathing into your tightness, the right side of the rib. Allow your leg heavy. The right shoulder heavy. Bring awareness to your breath. From time to time, if we're noticing that we not breathe well, it's mean our mind thinking of something else. You may think of leftover work or something that you want to do after this. Invite you back to your body, sensation of your skin. Breathe deep into the right side of the body. And exhale, just let it be, everyone. Don't worry about what next. It's enough. You've done a lot. Just give yourself a few moments here to be present. I do 3 more cycles of the breath. You want to go further, you use your left hand to pull the right arm to the left side. Feel the right hip heavy and open the right hip to the right. And release your hands. Slide your right arm to the right. And you bring your upper body back to center if it's to the left, right? And take your time. You may have to soft your knee, bend and bring the right leg all the way to the right side. Just let it be here a moment. Feel on your right and left. And when you're ready, you walk your left foot all the way to the right, all the way to the right. So you may kiss your feet together just there, right? Or can you bring your left heel over your right ankle? You give a little weight, right? Open your left side of the hip. And you may slide your left hand overhead, someone just stay there. Or you scoop the body a little to the right, a little to the right to create full extension on your left side of the body. And we all different. Some of us may have a lot of extension. Some of us very tight. We sit a lot, right? Turn the rib, your left side of the rib heavy down. And if you want, you can grab your left wrist with the right hand. And you can side bend and look to the right shoulder, right armpits. Yeah, just let it be here. If your shoulder tight at all, it's okay to release your arm. My left shoulder is tighter than the right. We hold here a long time, it will get a little discomfort, then I may have to release.
close your ears wide open. You're enjoying this moment. Drinking your breath, you inhale. And exhale, you let go what no longer serves you. You're noticing your body warm, hot, or you may noticing your body cool or cold. Just observe. Let your body heavy, especially your left side of the head. Heavier, left shoulder, heavier. And sometimes some of us acknowledge that the knee tend to lock. Everyone, can we soften the knee a little bit? If you feel any discomfort, our knee. Just 3 more cycles of the breath. Here, you're lengthening out your breath. Now we release the arm. You may bring your body center. So scoop the body to center, don't rest. Right? And when you're ready, stop your left knee under your leg. Bring it out to the side. And now bend your knees, roll over to the side. Some of us may need to come up to set the blanket or the block under. So this is optional, right? You can have the block under your left side of the rib. Or you can have the blanket under your left side of the rib, right? So we lay down. I will use a blanket today. And you can have even the blanket a little bigger blanket or smaller, depending on how tight we are. And we lay down, all the way down. So I will straight my leg, straight the leg, or you can have your knee bend, it's okay, right? Just take a moment, your left arm go forward. So you lay on the sides of the body here. Some of us may be very tight, and you may have your hands under your head. You may have your arm overhead, right? Or you have your arm forward. Wherever it's go, you bring the right arm overhead. And you may have your knee bend is already a lot. We will avoid the arc of the lower back one, so we draw the rib in, so we have the nice alignment for our back, right? And then we may straight the leg if we wish to, but the hip not go forward, not go back, the hip stack. And yes, the right arm overhead. I really love this pose. Sometimes I have a lot of compression on the side of the hip. This is really good that you can just stay here and release in them. And yes, any discomfort, feel free to move the blanket maybe a little up or down. So not at the soft part of the waist, it's more at the bony part of our rib, right? So if we lean back, it will be at our thoracic spine. Right? And let it be here. Move the shoulder if it's any discomfort. And yes, just close your eyes. I know, just look simple and say why I come to Yin Yoga class that we only just lay down is really effective. Give yourself 1 hour. Trust me, you will feel good. And yes, sometimes say trust me is a little hard too, but I do learn from my experience. Sometimes I feel tired, I feel grunty. Just 1 hour with Yin's practice or what? Could be any type, and it feels good. At first we feel good because we do something good for our body. super heavy. And very slowly, you totally can go back here, you can stay here, or we bring the right arm forward, right? So you turn and bring the right arm forward, that your right shoulder drip down. And yes, feel free to pat your left side of the head if you feel discomfort. Now you bring your right leg back behind. And some of us find a little hard time if your left leg straight and the right leg straight, you can totally bend your left knee instead. And drop and raise your right arm away from the right leg, so you bring your right leg full back, but far enough that it's not hurt our back. And yes, just let it be here. If you feel good, you can raise your left leg forward, and sometimes say, no, I have my left knee bent, and stay here. So we, in yin practice or more restorative, we not try to find a lot of sensation, right? You may go to 2/3 of your edge. So usually you try to stress maximum, but not for this class. Just let it be here. You may raise your right arm away. And you even can just bend the right elbow if you feel over time your shoulder get tired, your arm get tired. And you bring your right arm back. Now I want to bring your right leg back where it's worse, and then you bend both knee, right? Just take a moment, just relax here, bend both knee. And use your hand to support. You come up to chin side, so very slow. Don't have to rush at all. We chin side, right? Or you can just lay on there and remove the blanket, yes, or the block to the right side. And then same thing, we lay on the right side, so the bony part of our rib is not the waist, it's not up to the armpits, right here, right? So the blanket could be bigger, and just lay down, lay all the way down. And you may take a while to find the right position for your neck, for your head, and the arm maybe you just right there, or overhead, right? Or reach forward, whatever works. And then, yes, you may raise your leg, see if that works at all. And we just find really side body, not back bend, not twisting for now. Bring your left arm overhead. And your wrist long, that is already a lot. At the same time when you're standing and asked to bring the arm overhead, it's very challenging, right? So it looks simple, but it's good that we will feel the side body really wrist long. And yes, let it be here. You close your eyes, enjoy the moment. If you feel your lower back bother you, it's okay to bend the knee. Close your eyes and turn it inward. See how it feels right now. So we do more. So we do less. And yes, you feel good, you choose stay here, or you bring your left leg back behind. So find extension, so we not find the lower back part, right? It's long, and then you can bring back more if you wish to. See how you feel, and then you may bring your left arm. Reach your left arm forward instead of up. This time we reach forward, so we feel left shoulder blades go away from center. Left leg reach back, left arm reach forward. Same thing, let it be here. Allow the right side of the rib just heavy down to the blanket. And breathe it into the side body. You open the side body, it's good that we have more room. And our lung space, you have more room for the oxygen into our body. When you continue breathe long with your left leg and spin, 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 your left toe, big toe side down. Soft the face, smooth the point between your eyebrows. And take your time, we bring left arm back. When you bring it back, you really feel that left shoulder have a lot of room. Right? You bend both knees. Just bend both knees, just give a little rest or support to be prepared for the other side to do different work. Right? Use your hand to support, come up, we come all the way up. So this very deep twist, just take a moment, bring the blanket over. Look like I need to mirror you here. So if you see me, I have the blanket over my left hip, but you put on your right hip, yeah? And then you bring both knee over to your right side. So your right foot stack over your left, right? The body to the side, right? The blanket on the sides of the left hip. Just take a moment. So your feet can stack, your knee can stack, or some of us may slide your knee a little away. It's okay. Wherever we are, right hip do not have to be on the mat. Turn the chest, you twist to the blanket, or you have the pillow is great as well. Right, turn, turn, turn. Now, allow your right hip, a mirror, Allow your left hip come up, and then you lay down to the blanket. So you really take time here. I say lay down, but you may take about a minute to get there, right? Scoop the body away, twist. Scoop the body away, twist, right? You may stay on your hands or forearm like here. Or you very slowly, you lay down. Do slow if you have any lower back injury. Mindful here for me, you may even skip this and lay on your back and just twist, simple twist. Right? Lay down, lay down. And when I'm here, I feel a lot on the top hip. Just stay, or you go back out your knee, or bring the forearm out to the side. Adjust your body, right? If we need anything, you may have your head this way, or you turn your head opposite with your knee. Without a lot of twisting. Let your inner thigh heavy down and down. Feel a lot of top hip. And just stay there and close your eyes, enjoy this moment. feels so good. I can stay here forever. And I always say this type of practice actually is harder. And we tend to move a lot. We tend to take care of others. But no, right now you really give yourself few moments. Everything can be wait. If you have your face to opposite, take your time, bring the head back. And you use your hands or forearm to support, right? Push down, use your arm strength as much as you need to come up slow. Come up, all the way up. Just take a moment to bring the feet forward and just simply chant side here, right? Bring the blanket over to your left. Both knee to the right side. So the shin bone to the right and the blanket will be your lover, right? So it's there, you will lay it on it. So now, take your time, you turn and you twist to the left. Take a moment, don't rush. Let your right leg heavy down, the inner thigh go down. So here, one leg internal, one leg external rotation. Some of this may be very challenged, right? You may can stack the knee if you can. If you wish to, you slide the foot, knee apart. This doesn't matter. Return the chest, twist to the left. And breathe deep in, lengthening the brow of the head, and exhale, rotate. Yeah. And yes, stay here, it's okay, stay here, or very slowly. You allow your right hip come up, and you go forward, forward, and you lay down, lay all the way down. Turn your face on one side. Just let it be. The right inner thigh heavy. The chest, scoop the right side of the rib down. You may turn the face opposite. And we inhale, nice and full, belly, rib, chest, and soft, long exhale. Inhale, nutrients your body. And exhale, let go where any toxins, any fire, any anger. Carefully let the gravity do the work. Enjoy this moment. And yet 3 more cycles. The breath one, breathe deep in. And long, slow exhale. Take your time. You may turn your head back if it's opposite and use your hands or forearm to support, push down, we come up and come all the way up. And from here, just take a moment, open your leg wide. Just open your leg wide. You may have the blanket here. You may even have blanket higher or even block, right? We push the heel out to the side, open your leg wide, and the sit bone heavy down. You may sit on the blanket, give a little lift if we need. And take your time, very slowly, same thing. You may stay upright here. This is already our forward fold. Right? Or very slowly, you fold forward. Same thing. Just go maybe half of the way first. And then we add a little further. Right? You may, sometimes you can have the block under the forehead. And some of us can lay all the way down. And how we know that we go too far? Sometimes we go too far, we have to bind our teeth a little bit. We can't relax, we can't breathe deep, that is go too far, right? Go far enough that we can hold a while and we breathe and really feels yummy of your breath and enjoys the breath. Inhale, very slowly come up. Come all the way up. And you may use a blanket, or you may don't want the blanket, you can take it away. You can use a block. Right? Some of us can have the blanket over to the right side of your leg. This is side bend, so the blanket can go to the right side of the body, right side of the leg. You can lean into it and open your left side of the body. Right? Or you bring your right elbow on that blanket and you can standing the right hand, you make the fist and you have your right side of the face on it. Keep your left hip stay down. And yes, extremely flexible, and you say, yes, I want to go a little more. Same thing. You may lay down the blanket and the right arm can go back and go forward. So we move that way we find most of our body. And your left arm can be by the side, your left arm can go overhead. Keep your left hip heavy down. Relax your face. Maybe the smile. When you're ready, use your right hand if you need. Come up, very slow, don't rush. Up and all the way up. And just take a moment, you may feel both sides of the body tight, slightly different on the left and right. I feel like I'm getting a little taller now, like longer.
and then bring the blanket over to the left. And this side, I can go a little less, because my hip, this side tighter. And you can, same thing, you may lean over and you just stay there, that a lot. Or the elbow can be on the block, right? How the elbow on the block, you can do this. Or you can do this. Or you can lay down. Just let it be. Don't hesitate to move things around. Sometimes we may bring behind you, you make a little more room. And then when you find that's your edge, or a little less than your edge, and then you stay and breathe and observe where you want your right hand go. Do you want it to go overhead? And you may close your eyes and enjoy this moment. And let the 3 more cycles of the breath. Really observe your breath. You follow your breath. See, where does this begin? You inhale. Breath come into your nose. Fills up your belly and the rib right up and the chest open up. And exhale, yes, same thing. You follow your breath. Empty your chest, rib, belly. Just follow your breath. In and out. You inhale, you know that you inhale. You exhale, you know that you exhale. Lift the right arm up. You may bring your right hand down by the side. Use your left arm as much as we need. Come up slow so we distress the right side of the hip connected tissue. Now we very slowly, don't rush, right? Come back. It may take a while to go back. So usually when we get injured, is most of the time is sudden movement, right? We bend over, pick up some heavy thing, and we stand up right away. That sudden movement is causes most of the time. So we be cautious and we know where we move. So we think before we move, right? And you bend your knee, bend your knee, and go back. Let's lay on your belly, but this time the blanket go up. The pivot bone and the belly button, the blanket go right above the pivot bone, so go across pivot bone, hip bone. Right? So if the blanket not wide enough, you may open the blanket a little wider, right? And have the blanket there, you lay down. Same thing, right under the pivot bone, and you lay down. You take a moment, you may on the forearm, some of us may need to be there, just there. Right? Allow your leg heavy, and you stay there or very slowly. You lay down, and the rib, the chest heavy, and you can have your hands to stack, and just allow your pelvis very heavy on the blanket. Rise across of the pelvis, rise and left, and just allow your leg, your heel turn out. Don't have to stuck in. Just let it be here. And move
Your body, if you feel like your lower back a little twisted, a little discomfort, take a moment, feel the body heavy. Just feel your heartbeat and connect with the mat. Let's have 3 more cycles of the breath here. And yes, same thing, very slow, don't rush it one. We come up. And yes, we use our hands, arm as much as we need to draw up. And come to child pose a moment. Don't rush, go to child pose. Put it back and back. You can have your forehead on the blanket, the arm can go to the side. And use your hands to support, come up. So before we lay back on our back, you may use a blanket. So we go to yogi squat. So some of us, like my culture, Vietnam, we sit like this a lot. So this is not hard at all. I can sit like this all day long. But it's really good for us. And we can sit. And some of us say, no, my ankle's so tight and the shin tight. You can have that blanket and lay your heels on it. Right? You have the heels on the blanket and you push your heel down. And then you bring your arm inside. We won't stay long. If your knee bother you, you lay down on your back for me. And we can skip this part. And push your heel down. And yes, my body, I don't need the blanket here. I can take the blanket away from my heel and then squat down. And you can use your hands, stay here. Or you open your knee out and bring the rib in. And then you bring a hand to the back of the head. So now you feel the weight of your elbow and your forearm to strap the back of the neck. And same thing, you allow your sit bone heavy down. Let the gravity do the work and we draw the chin down. Don't push, don't pull. Some of us have a lot of room to go flexion. Some of us won't have that much. 3 cycles of the breath. Feel your sit bone heavy, heavy. Very slowly, release your hand down first, so we can use a hand to support, to lift the head up. And yes, we lay on our back, so you can forward. And we will use the blanket, and if you have the block, you can use a block. It's a little more support, but maybe a little more challenge if we have the tie back. Right? So when I lay down, all the way down, and just take a moment here, standing on the feet, Don't suddenly lift up. Yes, everyone, just take your time to lift your pelvis up. And yes, you say, no, I feel so tight. Blanket instead of the block. Right? Take your time. So take the block or the blanket under the pelvis, right under the sacrum, right above the tail. Right above the tail. And yes, if we like this, we may arch the back, we may feel hard, right? Take your time to sing to make sense with the curve of our body first. So you feel more a little like posterior tilt or a little flexion instead of arch. Feel the pelvis heavy on the block. Now take your time. You straighten your left leg forward. Straighten your left leg forward. And you make it standing on that right foot to give support. Shoulder heavy down, back of the head heavy. Or if you want, you can bring your right knee up. And still have the back of the pelvis heavy on the block. The back of the pelvis heavy on the block. And some of us may love to straighten the right leg. You can bring the right leg up, and if the hamstring tight, the right leg may be way out here, I would recommend bend the knee instead. Same thing, not what we do, how we feel. We will not look the same here. Your right hip tend to come up. We keep the right side of the pelvis stay down on the block or the blanket. By land for your neck, slide or grab the head away, so chin slightly in, neck long. Press your shoulder down, sink the rib down. And we bend the right knee, right foot down. Bend your left knee as well. Gotta take a moment. When you're ready, you raise your right leg forward. And you may stay there, keep the back of the pelvis heavy down on the block, or bring your left knee up. And you decide, keep your left knee bent. As much as the left hip stay down, you can bring your left leg forward toward your chest, right? The left hip stay down. So we not twist the pelvis. Keep both sides of the hip bone is still even, like a headline. You may straighten your left leg. slowly left foot down. Then your right knee, right foot down. Just take a moment. Press your feet down a lot. So don't press again. Press your feet down. Right. We lift the hip up. Sometimes we here for a while you feel your back a little sensitive. Really use your leg strength. Lift the leg up and we take the block out. Take deep inhale. Exhale, just your upper back come down. I want just the upper back and stay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Arm go out to the side. Now, heel toe your feet out at your mat wide. Move anything away that's not in touch. Drop both knee over to your right side, windshield wiper. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, both knee over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right and stay here a moment. Relax the feet so your left inner thigh go down and down. Then walk your shoulder back so it's not pinching your shoulder. You stay there or you lift your right foot, lay over your left knee. Give a little weight to stretch your left side of the hip, IT bend. And yes, you may stay here or something we did earlier. You bring your hands overhead. You may grab your left wrist with your right hand and push it up. Turn your left grip back. You may bend your elbow if you need and look to the right if you wish to, or look to your left. Under your arm, we have the hands grab. Release your ankle. And yes, very slowly, bring both knee back. All the way center. You can knock your knee to the midline, take a few moments. And then open the knee out, both knee over to your left. Some of the right knee very heavy and high, because outside the right hip tight, right? Eventually it's go down and maybe it's kiss your left ankle. Flex your feet back. Stay here or you bring your left foot over to the right. Give a little weight. All wrist with your left arm. And release your ankle. Bring both knee all the way back. Raise your arm. So now we can use that pillow, the blanket, you have it earlier. You bring the blanket under. So this time go under your knee crease. Right. The blanket go under your knee crease. And you have your feet go out. Walk your shoulder back and wind the back of the body. Just have your leg heavy and the arm to the side. You can have one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, or both hands on the belly, or out to the side, and let it be. You may take a moment, move to find comfortable before we go to Savasana. It's the last and most important pose. And it's the hardest pose. Let your feet and the toes relax. Relax your ankles, shins and the calf muscles. Your kneecaps, thigh muscle relax. Pelvis, buttocks muscle. Relax your belly, lower back. The briefcase. Relax your chest, upper back, shoulders, arms, hands and fingers. Neck relax, chin, the jaw, lips is barely touched. Your face relax, smooth the point between your eyebrows. Your head, scalp, let's go every tension. Let every cell, every muscles melt down. Every muscle melt down to the mat. Like a butter bar, melt into the hot pan. This is a home practice. Just allow yourself stay here as long as you wish, as long as you can. Bring movement to your toes, your fingers. Circle your wrists. twist your ankle around. If you decide to stay in Savasana, stay there. Right? Or if you want to get up and go, take your time. So don't just suddenly get up and go. Right? Bend one knee at a time. We roll over to one side and take few moments here. Observing your body. Observing your yoga practice. When you're ready, use your hands, your forearm to support. Come to sitting. Any comfortable sit. Join your hands together at the heart center. Just thanks for yourself. Choose being here right now, right here. Remind yourself, take care of yourself. Loving yourself and appreciate your body. Thanks for you. Share your practice with me. Bow the head down to the earth. Together we say Namaste. Thank you so much everyone. Thank you for joining me and hope you enjoying this. And we upload all of this in YouTube. If you have time, you can go back and practice anytime. If you feel exhausted, you feel tired, give yourself really one moment, right? And thank you so much. See you tomorrow at 8 on the mat for flow class.